Alright, she's back running again. So next we got to put this new throttle cable on here because it's still a little stiff. And I tried lubing it up just to hold it over, but we just got it in the mail, so I'm ready for it to be put on. So let's see what we got. All right. By the way, brake's working great. Well, howdy y'all. Day 2 of working on the 4-wheeler. So got the throttle figured out. That was all good. Now we got brakes. So now I'm gonna try and build this hitch.
Okay, there he is.
So what I want to do is I'm going to cut this piece like this, cut me 2 pieces, and then I'm going to set them up here, and I'm going to cut this bracket off right here, and I'm going to have it sitting on top of this up to the frame up here, so it's like a wedge and it'll stick out here, and then this piece right here will mount on top like that and creates a hitch, and I think that's going to be just fine. So I'll bring you along for part of it, but to see if it really works, you'll have to wait till the next video. So we'll see you in a short. All right.
We packed our dreams, left the sunshine behind. Now Arkansas calls, where the land's untamed and wild. Gary, Mary, Mary.
All right, so we're gonna see if this will work. So this side over here, that dog is still kind of hot, so we might have to wait for it to cool down a little bit. But you see what I got going on here. Let me see if I can grab some pliers real fast. And we'll see if we'll set her up in there, see how it works out. So basically, this is what's going to happen with it. It's going to set kind of like that there. So I'll probably have to reroute the brake line to it in order to make this work. But this side should work out pretty sweet. Right there, just like that. So I'll bring this sticking out there like that, and then see if I can get her to stand up there. So basically pretty much like that, and then this will sit on top, and I'll build another plate going across there to keep it extra stable, and this way I can still get to all the bolts right in here, and get to my shock if I have to, or anything else that I have to in here, and I think it'll work out pretty sweet. So let's see what we can make happen with this, and then we'll go from there. I'm going to cut another one, and we'll be back. Let's see if we can make a hitch. I think we can. I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good at this stuff sometimes. Not perfect by no means. I'm no master at it, but hey, I make turn junk into gems. That's what we do. So we'll see you in a short.
Every day's a challenge, but it's sweeter than it seems. Downsizing our life, but living more free. Come along, share this life with me. Welcome to Junktojems, where the work never ends. Off-grid living with our family and friends. We got houseboats to build and tractors to mend. Join the journey, let the adventure begin. From the live chats, we'll tell you what's new. Share our progress and projects with you. From Florida's coast to Arkansas hills, we're chasing freedom and chasing thrills. Welcome to Junktojems, where the work never ends. Off-grid living with our family and friends. We got houseboats to build and tractors to mend. Join the journey, let the adventure begin. subscribe, and share. It's all for free. Together we'll build this homestead dream. Junktojems Homestead, where we live off the land. With hard work and heart, we'll make our stand.
Alright, so y'all see what I got going on here. You can kind of see the idea. We're going to put another plate on top of this and another plate on the front of this. Give it some stability. And we'll make this thing happen. I might even have to, I might put something in the center, but I really don't think it's going to need it. Like I said, it's not going to be holding hundreds of pounds, you know. It's going to be hauling chicken feed and stuff like that, so I think we're going to be okay with it. So let's go ahead and cut the other plate, and we'll start tacking stuff together. All right, see you in a short.
From four-wheelers we're fixing to tiny house dreams. Every day's a challenge, but it's sweeter than it seems. Downsizing our life, but living more free. Come along, share this life with me.
All right, so no criticizing my welding. Sometimes it ain't the prettiest, but it holds. I mean, I'm going to show you an example how well it can hold. It may not be pretty, but I built this whole thing out of scrap, you know. The headache rack, everything out of scrap. So it ain't got to be pretty to make it work. And it's been working fine for about 10 years now. So anyway, so that's that part. Anyway, we got our two plates on there, and that seems to be pretty solid. So I think we're going to be okay with that right there. And now we're going to cut our 2 pieces of plate to stick on the rest of it, and we should be good to go. I don't want to lay that brake line down yet, so I'm going to take the caliper off when I get ready to weld that plate on there, and so I can get that up out of the way, because you know, I don't know if any of you know or not, but brake fluid turns to glue pretty much when it gets hot, and it'll stick everything, so you don't want to do that. Don't ever let brake fluid get hot, and don't get it on paint, because it will just eat it off. So I'm going to take the caliper off. We're going to hang it up to the top, and then I'll put that other plate on there, and we'll be rocking and rolling. But I think on that note, I think we're going to end this for today. And I'm going to finish working on it, but I want to go in here and get some editing done, and see if I can't get part of this video out to you. So now you know how to do a brake system, and now you're learning how to put a hitch on a four-wheeler with just scrap, Junktojems style, man. And I say, it ain't got to be beautiful, it's just got to work. All right, so we'll see y'all tomorrow. Come back tomorrow and come check out how it worked out. All right, we'll see you then. Oh, don't forget, like, subscribe, share, tell all your buddies, come see us, because you never know what kind of junk we're going to turn into a gem, right? On Junktojems. See you soon. Good morning, good morning. Well, welcome back to part 2 of the hitch build. And yes, that's what we're doing. We are putting a hitch on tow truck. So let me show you a little bit about what we did yesterday, and see what we got going on here. So we got all these bars, these plates put in place, and they're working out really good. So as I mentioned before, we're going to put the two plates in there, the one on top and the one on the face, and then we're going to weld the hitch onto it. So, you know, as you can see, I got some pretty thick plate here. It's pretty thick, pretty heavy duty, and this is going to be just fine for what this four-wheeler can handle pulling. So, and let me show you our little trailer we got over here as well. So this is what we're going to be pulling with it, in case some of you are wondering. Yeah, it's probably going to pull some other things, like maybe the gorilla cart and what have you like that. But this little trailer right here, we found on a job. It was actually, yeah, found on a job, abandoned, and it was pretty much really, it was in really bad shape when we first got it. So I'm going to be taking that wood and stuff off of there and redoing it and putting some sides on it and everything. And it's actually has the possibility of being a tilt trailer. So as you can see right here, this is the tilt mechanism that locks down. And I may turn it back into a tilt trailer or a dump trailer. But for right now, it's just gonna be for a tow truck to, for the four-wheeler to move stuff around here. We're looking at tow truck and thinking about that. But yeah, it's just gonna be for moving stuff around the Gemstead with the four-wheeler instead of having to use, Bertha or a tow truck or anything else. And I think it'll make it easier to feed animals and what have you like that. And so that's pretty much what we're doing. So let me get to cutting this stuff and we'll show you what we got going on. All right, well here's where some C-clamps or a vise would be really handy, but I don't have any of those anymore, so it is what it is. So I'll bring you along here. We'll get this cut and see if we can't get it fit.
Come along, share this life with me. Welcome to Junktojems, where the work never ends. Off-grid living with our family and friends. We got houseboats to build and tractors to mend. Join the journey, let the adventure begin. In the live chats, we'll tell you what's new. Sharing our progress and projects with you. From Florida's coast to Arkansas hills, we're chasing freedom and chasing thrills.
All right, looks like we got us a hitch. See? Thought I was recording, but evidently not. But that's pretty much what we did there. We just put the hitch on there like that with that plate, and that duct plenty strong. So we're gonna let it cool down, put our brake line back in place, and go from there. So sweet. Now you know how to add a hitch to a four-wheeler that doesn't have any hookups for one, so you can make it happen. So I'm gonna find some other kind of project to get into today, but we're gonna call this video an end. So don't forget, like and subscribe. And again, we turned another piece of junk into a gem. All right, we'll see y'all soon.